Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.
I don't know how many of you watch boxing or UFC, Ultimate Fighting Championship, or let's say even wrestling. You know, entertainment, WWE. I'm sure many of you may not watch wrestling because some might feel it's childish. I look at it as the creative way they are marketing a brand. For me, there's a lot to learn in that. That's why I keep watching. I'm very interested in the storyline and to see. I don't see the matches per se, only maybe Royal Rumble. Okay, it's entertainment. But I am a fan of UFC, the fighting thing, MMA. I do watch boxing from time to time. But here I'll give you one incredible reality. You know, if you notice boxing, there are always these new upcoming stars. Okay, one is the upcoming stars who are trying to climb up notch by notch, trying to win more titles or, you know, trying to reach the title. Then there are these dominant champions who never lose, no matter what, and nobody can touch them. Then on the other side, you have people who have been dominant, but now they keep losing. So you have all three categories. Okay, three categories. One is they're trying to reach up the ladder. Second one, who are dominant. The third one, who are on their decline. Now the fact of the matter is, you and I, we might either be one of the three. Either we might be going up the ladder, either we have reached the top of the ladder, or now we are on the decline. Now the sad fact is, sometimes you might not even reach the top of the ladder and you'll start to decline. And in some cases, it's like you even have people who just are starting their career, and because of maybe an accident, health issues, financial troubles, or some bad decisions, their career, even before it started, has ended. You can have someone who gets cancer, someone who meets with an accident, someone who, just can't do it, just can't handle it. Okay? But for me, when I look at all these events, now I realize one very important thing. And that's a very powerful lesson. Huh? And the lesson is this. In fact, I'll give you a couple of lessons, not just one. Number one is you might have all the talent in the world. All the talent, all the mental fortitude, everything. But then, do you have luck? That's a big question, number one. Number two is, maybe you have everything, but you do not have the right contacts and connections. And that itself can pull you down and destroy you, because maybe they bribed the judges, or maybe they ensured that you fought where things would not be favorable for you. Okay, two. Number three is, maybe the person you're competing with is just a cheat. Maybe he's taken drugs, and they taught him how to skip the tests. Okay. Number four can be, maybe you are just reaching your peak, but then a competitor comes, hardworking, good guy, and knocks you the fuck out and finish. Or the most painful lesson of them all, maybe, your time is up. In fact, whenever I see these fighting championships and all that, I realize you can be a good guy or you can be a bad guy. It doesn't matter. You can be helping the children, doing charity, being a role model. But then a guy who talks bad words and who's insulting, but he can sell tickets, he gets favored over you. In fact, so many times I've seen fights where I wanted a guy to win because he's a nice guy. But this bad guy, destroys him. In the real world, in the movie world, we might see a Good prevails. There's a bad guy, there's a good guy, and the good guy, which seemingly, what is that? Unsurmountable? Insurmountable. Sorry, insurmountable. Getting old. Insurmountable odds. What is that? Unbearable odds or something. I had a particular word in mind. Insurmountable odds. He's able to overcome all this, and he wins in the end. And we clap our hands, shout with joy. We might see the Avengers. We might see these movies like Rambo and all that, where the good guy succeeds, and we have hope. Good will prevail over evil. But in the real world, it doesn't happen that way, man. In the real world, you can be a good guy, you can be a nice guy. But if you don't have the talent or you don't have the luck or whatever, finished. In fact, let's not go very far. How many rich people do you know who have succeeded, who are not actually good people? And how many poor people do you know who are actually very good, but they are never successful? This is the sad reality. In fact, look at politics. Who are the guys at the top? Are they good guys or bad guys? For me, when I see these fights and I see all this, I see how they psych themselves. I see people praying to God, and quietly some people look at Allah and this and that, and as if God is waiting. Yeah, don't worry, I'll come and we'll punch that guy. It's your God versus his God. And sometimes the guy doesn't believe in God and knocks you the fuck out. So if you knocked him out after praying to God, is it God who knocked him out? God-given talent? But if you prayed and you lost, or God destined you to lose? We can give 110 explanations for this. But the fact is, you and I both don't know whether someone will succeed or fail. So what is the message that I want to give through this? Succeed at all costs. Don't be a good guy. Do whatever it takes to succeed. That's the same thing. I'll tell you what lessons I get. I don't know about you or anyone else. I just know that life is not fair and life is not meant to be fair. Okay? You do what you can based on your value system, based on your principles. Do what you can, how much you can. Give it your best, but enjoy the journey. Don't have that, only when I get that, I'm going to be happy. Maybe you'll never get it. There are so many people who try to get the gold medal, but the maximum they might end up is with silver or bronze, or worse, they might never even qualify. They dedicate their whole lives. In fact, one of the members in my group said, "Sir, what happens if you dedicate your whole life to Olympics and you never make it? Finished, your life is over. Because by the time you're 40 and something, nobody's going to be bothered. Nobody's going to look at you. Nobody's even going to consider your legacy. You might be a gold medalist, but if you're not commercially savvy, you're finished." How many sports athletes and famous people we know who didn't commercialize on their success and they ended up with nothing and nobody? I'll just tell you this. One is, life is not meant to be fair, which is a core belief that I have. Don't expect life to be fair. Don't expect. Don't have this sense of entitlement. You fight your way. Find your value systems. Find what works for you. Change them if required. But be at peace with yourself, because at the end of the day, it's your life. Like, for example, on my YouTube channel, I never say, hey, if you press like, I would like it so much. If you subscribe, it would be great. Maybe it'll work. But I don't want to do it, man. So fuck all, yeah. You want to like, subscribe, whatever the fuck, or dislike. I'm gonna sit and ask. So fucking irritating. And this is the price I have to pay. There are guys who are having millions of YouTuber followers. Maybe they reached that level because they were telling like and subscribe. And they still do it. Maybe people say, oh, Loy, see, they are humble, you're not. Maybe you're right. Maybe what you're saying is true. But this is who I am now. What do you want me to do? This is what matches my values. This is what makes me happy. So even with you, like I'll give you one last example. I have this friend, female, very beautiful, very, very beautiful. She has been asked by rich guys. She has been asked by sugar daddies. She has been asked by even top-notch talent. But they have said, you need to give us something to get something. Even guys who are madly in love with her, she said, no, my heart doesn't go out to them. And so her level of success is at a certain level. Had she decided to throw away her value system, I can tell you this, she would have been at least, if not a A-level celebrity, at least B-level. But this is what makes her happy. Who am I to question it? So you need to know what makes you happy. You need to know what is your value system. And you need to be willing to pay the price. The same thing with these people in boxing, MMA, fighting. They know for a fact they're going to get punched in the head, face. Their bodies are going to be battered, bruised, and broken, bloodied up. But they prefer that. They've made a choice. So they need to pay the price, right? And remember, just because you've made all the sacrifices in the world and you've been a good guy and you've said your prayers and played clean, doesn't mean you're going to win. Nobody knows. Yes, the people who have the belt and the victory, they'll give you all the lectures of hard work and visualize and this and that and all bullshit. Just because he is there doesn't mean it works with everyone. You just have to be this very rare individual who has all, like an Usain Bolt for running, or a Mike Tyson for boxing, or any legend, Anderson Silva in MMA. End of the day, I say, with all the factors being equal, hard work and whatever, luck. That lottery ticket luck. Yes, even I'm hoping I get that. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Good, bad, ugly. Love to hear from you. Me signing off. Ciao.